Baba says that all through the day you keep remembering Baba, and Baba gives us many treasures. So all those treasures that Baba gives us, they will stay in your awareness if you remember Baba. Now you see that sometimes when we come to Gyan, we come with this idea that I am a person and I have a life, and I have to take care of my life, and I need some tips to take care of my life. And with that idea, we come to the spiritual pursuit. But what we have to understand is that I am a soul, and my life, which includes my past, present, and future, it's not just about what is there right now in front of me, but my whole life. So the past, present, and future, and all that can be taken care of if I make every action of mine accurate. And you see that my life may be an individual thing, but then it is dependent on the condition of the whole world. Because you see, if the whole world is going to war, yes, or the whole world is going through a calamity, or you see, COVID was a phenomena in the whole world. So if we are going through these times, then you cannot take care of your individual life without thinking about the condition of the whole world. So although we think that my life is a very individual thing and I am just interested in my life, I'm not interested in the world, or I'm not interested in the past or future, but you see, you cannot make your life good with such a myopic vision, because whatever is the future today is going to be the present tomorrow. Yes, what is the future today is going to be the present tomorrow, and whatever is past today was the present yesterday. So if you look at it, the past, present, and future are all three at some point of time, they are the present. And if you're interested in the now, then you have to be interested in, what you're doing right now and how it is affecting your future also. Because tomorrow, this moment that you think is important will turn into past. But what you think is the future, and why should I worry about the future, that is going to become your present. So when you think about actions, when you perform actions, you have to think about what am I doing in the moment, and how is it going to affect my future, and also how it is going to affect the whole world. So this is why, even if you think in a very selfish way, this is the most selfish you can be, because without taking care of your karma in all three aspects of time, or without thinking about how your karma impacts the world, you cannot lead a selfishly good life also. So with this background, I would want you to appreciate what Baba says, because sometimes when we think that, I'm here, I'm only interested in how the Murli would change my life, individual life, then we don't see the connect between what Baba is saying and how it would impact my life. But if you gave it a little thought, you would understand and get that connect. So first thing that Baba today tells us is, always keep God in your awareness. Now why God in my awareness? Because Baba, who is, so you see, we have heard the name God ever since childhood, as far as we can remember, but now we know Baba. Yes, so when we come to Gyan, we get the formal introduction of Baba, God as my father, and that introduction is given by Baba himself. So now we know Baba, and there is a difference between connecting to God as you think He is and connecting to Baba the way He tells you He is. So now we think about Baba, we don't think about our old concept of God. And who is Baba? So Baba is a point of light, and Baba is the ocean of virtues and powers. So Baba is the ocean of knowledge, ocean of purity, ocean of peace, ocean of love, bliss, power, and that Baba resides in the soul world. And Baba is a living energy. Baba is not a bulb light or a laser light. He is a very living, thinking, experiencing being. And that Baba comes and descends into the body of Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba is in Kali Yuga, and in 1936 Shiv Baba, the incorporeal God, the ocean of virtues, he descends into the body of Brahma Baba, and he sits in his forehead along with Brahma Baba, and there are two souls in one body, and then Shiv Baba speaks through the mouth of Brahma Baba, and Shiv Baba gives us first thing that Shiv Baba gives us is knowledge. Yes, so when we say Baba, when you remember Baba, then the first treasure you remember is the knowledge that he gave you. And what is the knowledge that he gives us? First knowledge that he gives us is you are a soul and you are worthy because of who you are, not because of what you do physically or what you have. So the first thing that Baba tells us is you don't have to go into self-doubt because of what you do in the physical world and what you have in the physical world. You neither have to go into arrogance nor do you have to go into self-doubt, because Baba says that you are a soul and you are worthy because you are God's child. Yes, so this is the first point of knowledge that Baba gives us. And Baba says it doesn't matter what anybody tells you, it doesn't matter how anybody behaves with you, it doesn't matter whether somebody gives you something or doesn't give you something. You don't have to feel less than yourself. So you are a soul, you are worthy, and you matter. And Baba says you matter to me, right? And then Baba tells us that you are a soul and you have had this journey of 84 births. And when you started out, you were absolutely pure. And in that state of purity, you had no defects, no vices. So there was no lust, no anger, no ego, no attachment, no greed, no jealousy. You took accurate decisions. You had great powers. You had the power to discern and decide accurately. So you had great willpower. You were not daunted by nature or by any person. So you had all these qualities when you started out. But now, slowly, gradually, as you took birth after birth, just like whatever goes into motion or whatever comes into action depletes itself, so similarly, your spiritual energy also depleted. And right now, you are not your purest, most peaceful, most powerful, most loveful self. Yes, so you don't have many qualities which you had and which you can have again. So Baba says that by realizing this, when you realize this, so it is not about what anybody says to you. So Baba frees us from this one thing, that I have to understand through knowledge that there are defects in me. I don't have to understand my defects because other people are telling me. Because people can tell you, people can give you wrong information. People can tell you that your defects are those which are actually your strengths. Yes, so you see, if somebody is quiet, somebody loves silence, then maybe you always get to listen to this one comment that, is this person dumb? Can't they talk? Or why are they so silent? Has something happened to you? Is something wrong with you? But then that's a lie. Being peaceful is not wrong, or there's nothing bad about it. So Baba says that don't try to check your stage or your capacities or what you're capable of, what you're incapable of, according to what people tell you. But yes, you need to realize. Realize means you need to use your real eye, your eye of knowledge, your eye of intellect, to understand from knowledge that you have defects. Yes, and I will tell you one thing. It is completely possible that somebody who is perceived as absolutely perfect in the world is full of defects. Yes, and it is completely possible that somebody who is perceived to be very defected in the world could be full of virtues. So, and I will tell you one thing, when I came into Gyan, I was almost perfect according to the world, because everybody said that you can think well, work well, you're polite, you're nice, you know how to have your way with words, you know how to operate with people. But when I came into Gyan, I'll share one experience with you. So when I first went to the center, there was this sister giving me the course, and that sister was not very educated, or she didn't have many degrees to her credit or something. But when I was listening to her, I saw that she was so full of peace and humility, and she was so contented. And when I was just looking at her, and there was a point where I was not listening to anything, I was just feeling that she's so contented and I'm not. And then I felt that I want to have this, what she has, because I don't have that. I may have a lot of things which other people think are a mark of success, but I don't have that. And it started like that. And then when I started on this journey, I started realizing that there are many virtues that Baba talks about which are not there. And there are many powers that Baba makes us, cognizant of, and they are not there. And then I started appreciating the importance of daily study, yoga, so that I can get better. So you see, this spiritual path is about self-realization and self-progress. It's not about changing your perception, changing the way the world perceives you, or changing the way how other people behave with you, or changing your situations. No, because you see, Baba tells us that situations are predestined. Yes, what has to be has to be. And then Baba says that how other people behave with you or how other people perceive you also is pretty fixed. Yes, but it's about, so it's not about you trying to change something out there, because the first thing you have to understand is you are not how other people perceive you. You are not how your situations, how other people behave with you, they are not that important. You don't have to give so much importance to it. You have to know that you are a soul, and your thoughts, feelings, attitude, action, destiny is your creation. So when you separate yourself from the influences of the world, and then you look at the mirror of knowledge and you understand that these are my defects and these are my strengths, and you work on your strengths and you get better, and you work on your defects and you remove them, then this is a path of self-development and self-progress. And Baba says that this is self-evaluation, self-development, self-progress. It has got nothing to do with the outside. I'll give you one example of this. So there is this one brother, and when I was working in the office at that time, he was the highest officer in that office, and he liked Gyan, and then he gave his room to us and we conducted our class there. So he was a good brother, and then what happened is he was very well connected, and then once he told me, I want to go to Mount Abu and I want to go to Baba Milan. So I want to go in the congregation where Baba comes. So I asked him, so are you following celibacy and are you not eating onion garlic now? So he said, no, I'm not doing any of that. So I said, but these are the rules, and you cannot go for Baba Milan if that's not so. So he said, no, sister, my friends, I have one friend and he goes for Baba Milan and he's not doing any of that. So I said, but he must not have been honest with his sister. So he must not have told his sister in charge that this is my practice, and he must have lied about it. So he said, that I don't know, but anyways, why don't you send me? So I said, no, I can't send you like this. So that happened, that was over. And then what happened is so after a long time, he got some problem with his body and there was an illness. And he was so well connected that getting treated was not at all difficult for him. But in spite of all the money he had and all the connections he had, his operation went wrong. And his pain, instead of decreasing, it increased. And then he called me from the hospital and he told me, sister, I have one question to ask, and be very straight about it. Don't mince words. Tell me what it is. So I said, okay. So he asked me, is it because I did not follow Baba's discipline, or I did not do what Baba asked me to do, that this happened? So I said, absolutely not. So he said, but you see, maybe because I didn't follow Baba's, because this is one thought that's bugging me. And ever since my operation went wrong, this is one thing that's bothering me continuously. And I'm just feeling that my operation went wrong because I've not been honest with Baba. So I said, no, it is not like that, because you see, the drama is predestined. So whatever is happening has got nothing to do with what you did or what. So it's what had to happen happened. So, but I told him, but I'll tell you one thing here. So he said, yes, tell me. So I said, you see, it's not that your operation went wrong because you didn't listen to Baba, but you are having this feeling and this guilt because you didn't listen to Baba. But just consider another scenario. You see, we have dadis in the yagya, we have elder sisters, brothers. They have done a lot of tapasya. They have done whatever Baba has asked them to do. Don't they ever go to the hospital? They go to the hospital. Sometimes many things don't get treated. But do they ever feel guilt? No. They always feel that even when the body is not working well, Baba is showering me with blessings and I'm not feeling any pain. So you see that your experience of life and your practical situations, they are two different things. The first thing Baba teaches us is your body, your situations, the people around you, they are aspect of the drama which is predestined. Yes, so don't even try to label them as good, bad, ugly. No, don't do anything with that. But how you experience it on the inside, do you feel miserable? Do you feel okay? Do you feel that these unfavorable situations are a blessing? I'll tell you, I always tell Baba that these unfavorable situations are a blessing because they keep you on your toes. Yes. So you see, when there are no unfavorable situations, what do? You waste your time, thought and energy. But when there are unfavorable situations, you're always thinking about Gyan, applying yoga. You're thinking about, how I can use yoga power to deal with it. So it's a good thing. What is bad about it? It's giving you a platform to apply what you're learning. So you see how you feel about everything that's happening around you and how you respond to it. That is about you, the soul. And you see, no situation is actually good or bad, because good or bad is always comparative, relative. Good or bad is not absolute. Yes, so somebody would say this is good, somebody would say that is good. Yes, and have you seen somebody tells you that I broke my bone and now it's hurting, and somebody says, oh, you just broke a bone and now I had a big operation. So then you feel, yes, my bone breaking is better than the big operation. So you see, these days there is no magnitude of how much sorrow there can be. So in these times, you cannot say this is bad, this is the worst, this is good, because whatever looks good today, when it turns into bad, you don't know. So Baba therefore tells us that you don't have to think about your situations, behaviors, your state of physical health as an aspect of your success or failure or your karma. You have to just think about it as predestined drama right now. And from knowledge, you have to understand that I am a soul, I have taken 84 births. So whatever I am feeling right now, if I am not feeling good on the inside, I am not feeling hopeful, I'm not feeling peaceful, I'm not feeling happy. So that is a spiritual aspect. And if I want to change that same experience of life despite the circumstances, then what do I need to do? I need to focus on Baba, what Baba tells us to do. And the first thing Baba tells us to do is remember me. So remember me means, you see, you are always with someone or with something in the room of your mind. Yes, so there is a room in your mind and you're never alone there. You're with someone or with something, and usually you are with those who you wouldn't invite to your drawing room, let alone your living room. You wouldn't invite those people and situations into your drawing room, but you invite them into your inner space, don't you? Yes, the worst memories of your past, you invite them into your inner space and you have a meeting with them all day. And then you're inviting your worst fears and having a meeting with them. You're inviting those people who are always talking bitter about you. You invite them into your mind space and you are having a party with them. So Baba says, don't do that. Keep me in your mind space. Keep me with you. And Baba says, you must know that you are my child and I love you. I always have feelings of love for you. And love means complete acceptance, appreciation, complete, sense of belonging for you as you are. And Baba says that I give you directions, I give you the strength to improve yourself, but I don't have any problem with you as you are also. So when you invite me into your mind space, you feel that I am the ocean of knowledge, ocean of peace, love, happiness, showering you with those qualities. So Baba says that all the time when you keep Baba in your awareness, then with Baba's knowledge, you know what to not do, you know what to do, and then you also keep feeling the love, peace, joy that Baba is sending your way. So Baba tells us that always keep Baba in your awareness, and then Baba also tells us one more thing, that because you have taken 84 births and you have lost your spiritual energy, so your life and experience of life is the way it is. But if you keep following what I tell you now, then you will move to a world. So it's not going to change here. It's not like you meditate for 5 days and 6 days, 6th day your reality will change. No. But if you do what I say for this one lifetime, then you will shift to a different reality also. Yes, just like you study for 10 years and then you are a matriculate. So similarly, it's not like if you, so have you seen those people who say, I was almost a matriculate but I just left study in the 9th standard. So then nobody listens to them and nobody says, yes, you are a matriculate. So similarly, Baba says that you have to finish this whole study and then you will transfer into a new reality, into a new world where even your external reality will cooperate with you. Because right now you have a burden of 63 births of sins, and until those are all burnt, you cannot shift your external reality. So you have to take that external reality as predestined drama right now and just do what I say. So first thing that Baba tells us is, keep remembering me. Inside your mind space, always keep company with me. So this is one thing that Baba says. Then second thing Baba says is, you try to look at your avguns or look at your defects and try to remove them, right? And today Baba is talking about three things: violence, jealousy, and arrogance. Yes, so I will talk about arrogance today. So, how many of you think I have arrogance? Nobody thinks I have arrogance, right? But what about your family members? They think you have arrogance. Yes, so they think you have arrogance, but you don't think you have arrogance, right? At times. So, now what you have to understand is, how do you discern arrogance? Yes, because you see, there are many people who beat themselves up to remove the arrogance. Yes, they will just take the chabuk and keep beating themselves up. These are the methods in bhakti that you do to remove the arrogance. Or there are people who keep, just bowing their head to everybody and saying sorry, sorry, namaste, namaste, and that is the way they think they'll deal with arrogance. So that is not so arrogant. Not being arrogant doesn't mean doesn't mean living a life of indignity. Yes, you are a worthy soul, you are entitled to a dignified life. You don't have to bow too much in the name of humility. Or you don't have to trouble yourself, torture yourself in the name of humility. That's not how you get rid of arrogance. Now, how do you decide whether you have arrogance? So, when you feel insulted, that is a sign of arrogance. Feeling insulted and reacting in an insulting way, that's a sign of arrogance. If you feel insulted, so most people you see, they will be very polite and nice, but if any action of yours, it unsettles them inside, then they'll become very venomous, and then they'll start behaving and talking very rudely and putting you down. But what is the seed of that behavior? That seed of that behavior is feeling insulted first. So the sign of arrogance is feeling insulted. So you have to check, are you able to look in a detached manner? So you see, just like a detached observer, are you able to observe everybody's behavior, everybody's tantrums, whatever they are doing? If you are able to just be a detached observer and watch everything in peace and do the needful but not react, then that is the state of soul consciousness. But if what the other person does is making you feel feelings of insult and feelings of anger, that is a sign of arrogance. So if somebody is expressing their opinion and you feel that they are crossing their line, then that is arrogance. If they are crossing their line, you tell them so. You tell them that this is not what will be entertained, and you cannot, please don't cross the line from next time. But then why are you feeling what they are trying to make you feel? That is a sign of arrogance. So, and then what happens is, the psychology says that if you always want to make the other person feel the way you are feeling. So if you are feeling angry, then you will do things to anger the other person. If you are feeling insulted, then you will speak and behave in a manner so that the other person also feels insulted. Is it not? So when somebody hurts your ego, what do? Yes, so one Mata was telling me that whenever my husband makes a comment on me, I make a comment on his mother. Because I know that if I made a comment on him, it wouldn't matter. But if I make a comment on his mother, he gets very irritated. and because he irritated me, he needs to get irritated. So I do that. And then you see it blows out of proportion and there's a huge scene all the time. So you see, this is what psychology says, that if you feel a certain thing, then you want that other person also to feel like that. So then you do it. So first thing, if you don't want to spoil your karma, then you have to first work on your feelings. If you feel bad, you will act badly. You will act out. So Baba therefore says that the sign of a body consciousness or arrogance is feeling insulted first, and then you attempt to insult the other person. So, and if you are, and it may not only be because of what somebody says or does, but it could also be with somebody's presence, somebody's, somebody's drishti. You just feel insulted. You feel like they don't value you. They think you are good for nothing. So these feelings, all these feelings coming up in you are a test of your own arrogance. And then Baba says that if you fill yourself with this feeling of self-worth, that I am worthy and Baba loves me, Baba cares for me, and Baba tells me that I have to give good vibrations to everybody. And that is a sign of my worth. So when you take it upon yourself to be in self-respect and give respect, not absorb another person's energy and give whatever they are giving, you give it back. So when you want to change this, you develop self-respect that Baba loves me, Baba thinks I'm worthy, and Baba has given me this duty to give everybody good wishes and good feelings. And when you take it upon yourself to be in self-respect, give respect, then taking insult and giving insult finishes. Okay, so this is what Baba tells us. Om Shanti.